Hey, Room Trusted here with Mission Forge. Today, guys, working on our Scottish Dirk-esque style knife here. Last video, it was getting the handle pretty much shaped and everything like we wanted. We got it fairly shaped and all that fun jazz. Now, today, guys, we're going to work on the butt cap. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a chunk of brass that you see here, already cut off camera. We're going to drill a hole through here, and then we're going to tap it. So this is a 1/4 inch thread. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drill a 13/64 hole. So again, a drill bit size 13/64. We're going to drill that, then tap it. So we're going to put threads on it and then screw this into place. That way we have an idea as to where the butt cap's going to be and all other fun jazz. If I need to make a spacer for the butt cap, which I really hope not because that's too big. Like, I didn't even want to make a spacer here, which unfortunately I needed to because it just took too much off of the wood initially, so I will. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead. I already got the drill press set up with 13/64 bit. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to hit it with the center mark real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and drill it with the hole, and then I got to find my 1/4 tap and then tap some threads into there. Let's get to it. Helicopter. Fantastic. Got a hole. Okay, so we're into a slight little snag. When I tap the holes into this, end cap here, it wasn't threading on straight. It was very crooked. I mean, it was like that. Don't know how I messed up that bad. So I had to just drill it 15/64 hole, so it'll just slide through the thread rod. So now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and make a nut for this. Hopefully I won't screw it on funky. So what I'm going to do is get another piece of brass that I got here. Same thing, I'm going to drill a 13/64 hole. Yeah, I think 13/64 hole. I'm going to tap it, and then I'm going to turn this into a nut. And I'll try to make a nice little design with it. Hopefully I can. And then when that's done, I'll get it on nice and tight, and then I'll cut the thread all, and then I'll kind of try to pin over what I can. And then since I have a brass wire brush somewhere, I'm going to try to wire brush the steel here to look more brass, because that will transfer over. So, and then once that's done, once I kind of get back up a hair, that's the plan. But right now I'm just going to make the nut. Once the nut and everything's put together, are made and stuff, then I'm going to epoxy all this together, glue it down, get everything good and tight, and then let it set. Then that's done, then I'm going to cut this off, the brass, all the stuff, and then we'll finish with the knife. There you go. We got nice threaded rods. I don't know how well you can see it in there, but it's threaded. Now you may be asking yourself, why, Roman? Why are you cutting this with just a blade and not like, say, the actual hacksaw frame? And the answer is really simple. See, when you use the frame, you tend to twist and and all that stuff. And without the frame, you won't do that. So by doing it this way, I prevent myself from twisting it and all that other stuff. Or the real reason is I can't find my frame. So you choose whichever answer you want. And one of them is absolutely the truth. The other one I'm just making up. So. Square nut. Okay, so I got the pommel kind of design out, and you'll notice I got 2 flat spots, and that's okay. I'm gonna see by changing that afterwards at the flat spots so I can get a wrench on there and really crank this, tighten this down without really damaging the metal. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start shaping the end cap here, because it's not supposed to stay square. This whole thing here is going to become rounded. So that's what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put a rubber grip belt on there, and I'm going to start rounding this off so it becomes a circle. And then once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and epoxy this together. And then tighten everything down, and then we're going to let that set for about an hour or two, and then we'll continue working on the knife, and hopefully we'll have it done by either tonight or tomorrow. Grinding part that I've done to now is done. So next step now is I'm going to take it all completely apart, wipe everything out with acetone, and then epoxy it all together. That's going to be fun because I am too lazy to go out and buy 15 or 24-hour epoxy, so all I got is 5-minute epoxy. That's going to be so fun. So fun. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this taken apart, get cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and get it epoxy together. Okay, so I got the handle and everything epoxy together. I let it sit for a couple hours. I cut the rest of the thread off here, and I peened it a little bit. Now, next thing I'm going to do is start doing is I'm going to start going through and I'm going to start shaping the rest of the handle and everything by hand. So I'm going to have to do a lot of hand sanding. And then we'll go ahead and round this off a little bit here on the grinder. Then I'll get my wire wheel, that's brass, it's like a Dremel one, and I'll hit the tip here, so that way this will make it a brass color, and we'll get it all nice and shiny and polished up, and then our knife will be done. So this is the most fun part right here, and it's literally hand sanding. Right now I'm up to 320 grit. Probably only going to go up to about 600 on the handle. I'm up to 400 grit now. All right, we're at 600 grit now. Alright, so there you guys have it. The Scottish Dirk. One of my most complicated builds I've made to date. It was a very challenging build. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. There was a lot of headaches at times, and I learned a lot. So hopefully the next one I make will come out even better than that. So, as you can see, guys, nice dark stained handle here. I sanded it down to 600 grit. Everything's down to 600 grit to include the brass bolsters and end caps. And sharpen the blade and all that fun jazz. So just a little recap. Blade is made out of it's 24 layer Damascus 15 and 20 and 1075 steel. We forged it into the Scottish Dirk, where we then later on put on the bolt or the fuller in there. I didn't do any of the jipping or the spine work like a traditional Dirk would be. So again, we put a brass bolster here. I got ourselves the cork spacer. This is white oak wood that has been, my light dyed, stained Kanoa brown or something like that. As well as we've made the end cap and the little nut that goes on end there to hold together. Now, this is close enough to, not close enough, but it's based off of the traditional Scottish Dirk. Traditionally, the Dirk would be about 13 inches long, the handle would be a little bigger, even the pommel end would actually be a little bit wider than this. But for this style here, this works well with it. So, like I said, it's just inspired by the Scottish Dirk, so it's not an actual Dirk, because it would have to be a lot more. Anywho, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you found this video, the series of videos, entertaining, helpful, or whatever, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, got any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.